It depends how markets definitely will behave in the next few months, given the recent developments. But we can see, given what's been happening on the ECM side in the past 3-4 years in terms of IPOs, there is more probability for accelerated book builds and for fully marketed offers to be coming to the market. This is more easier to execute because it's already there, it's liquid, the interest, the feedback of the investors. So we try to build on this and try to grab a few deals on this front. So that's one thing. The other thing is that still there is a lot of restructuring in terms of the public assets for the different governments. Some governments like Oman, for example, is following what's happening in the UAE and Saudi. Kuwait, the recent developments, we're expecting the ECM market to be pretty active in the next 12 to 18 months. So we try as much as possible, it depends on the market, to position ourselves in a way to take advantage of this to the max. So we're trying to focus on the Middle East, and we're not, there is no intention to go out of the region by any means and to expand anywhere else. So our focus is on the MENA region. There is more focus on the GCC, especially the bigger countries in terms of UAE and Saudi and Kuwait and Oman. So what we're trying to do is to get more business from those countries as possible, across different business lines and across different products. So for example, we're trying to launch wealth management in the next few quarters. So this is another product that we can sell to our existing client base. We try to develop, beside ECM in the GCC, we're working on the DCM side. So definitely, that's another product that we can push. So what we're trying to do is to maximize the number of products that we're engaging with different counterparties in each of the countries. So what's been happening in the past few years is there is a big restructuring plan and recycling plan across the different governments. And for example, when you look at Saudi and what they've been doing, there has been a lot of push by the government through the different arms in order to list a lot of those public companies. And at the same time, we're trying to help PIF and other counterparts in order to bring different companies from the region to be operating in Saudi and at a later stage to IPO in Saudi. So there is this recycling of assets that's been happening. And it's been very efficient and it's very effective in the past few years, and we think it's ongoing, and we're trying to play a part in this. We're trying always on the M&A side. The problem is that the probability of execution is very low, so it's like 10%. So the problem is you try as much as possible to make sure that the deals that you're working on, is the probability of closing is higher, and at the same time we try to be as close as possible to the different parties to get to know the interest and the shift in interest that they have, and to try to fetch for those assets that they would be in their interest. So again, I think the best thing to do is always to stay updated in the market, getting to see the different mechanics that is changing and the dynamics that's changing in the market, getting to be closer to the different family offices and family groups, private equity groups, sovereign wealth funds and GREs, in order to make sure that you're trying to get them or sell for them the different assets they're looking at. We're trying to do this across the board on the sell side and on the buy side. So for example, we implement ESG when it comes to the coverage that we have on the banking side. So there are certain sectors that we can work on, other sectors that we try to avoid, definitely. On the asset management, it's more clear, definitely, from that perspective in terms of their investment portfolio. We try also to, again, optimize our resources, to make sure, you're sustainable as much as possible.